cut that damn music off because Alpha 3 is not in the mood for Donna Summers and hot stuff. I expected to come out here singing and dancing and putting on a show for you people. But there was a travesty. There's a crime committed, a heinous crime committed yesterday during my draft. Stand by. And this coffee isn't good enough. I need something that's going to really get me going. I don't have any proper number 12, but I do have the House Rodriguez distillery edition of Jameson, but that's not going to be good enough. I gotta mix that up. I gotta mix that up with some of the Red Skull and some of the Wild Bill wine. Because what happened yesterday, if this pauses, I'm sorry because I'm banging on the table and my phone's such a piece of trash. It keeps pausing. It keeps doing all this nonsense. But what happened yesterday is a disgrace, what you see there. First of all you fantasy football geniuses out there, I know you come to my show just to get my advice, but just understand this before you start insulting the picks that I got. Okay? First of all, there's 10 teams in it. All right? I'm one of 10 teams. I only had 2 picks out of 20 each 2 rounds. All right, 1 pick out of 10. So I couldn't get all the greatest picks in the world. So keep that in mind, geniuses, before you start insulting my Josh Allen quarterback pick or one of these other picks. All right. Jeez, out there. Wow, well, you should have picked this guy. Well, he wasn't available. Okay? He was gone 10 picks ago. The players that you suggested I should have picked, they were gone. They weren't available. Understand that? These football geniuses. Yeah, I know I should have picked Aaron Rodgers or that goof quarterback from Kansas City. I know that. But guess what? He wasn't available when my pick was up. Okay? So this is what I got. Let's go over the picks. Let's make sure. And then I'll tell you what happened yesterday. All right. First of all, my quarterback is Josh Allen. All right. Rated highest in fantasy football ESPN. Okay. All right. Then I got Jay Robinson from Jacksonville. I got C. Emmons from Arizona. Metcalf. All right. Seahawks. Coop or Cup from LA. Gallup. That's the one thing. I had Dallas. I got the best pick when that pick came up was Gallup. So now I gotta root for a Dallas Cowboy. I don't think so. You're riding a bench all season long. Okay? And then I got the Broncos defense and Kansas City's kicker Butler. Okay, well here's the travesty that came in. First of all, I was gonna let the ESPN people pick my picks for me, but I was number 9. All right, I was number 9. Of course, the organizer of the league always gets number 1. How does that happen? Every time. The very first time we played with him, he got like number 6, and then he reset it so he can get number 1. But again, of course, he was number 1 again, right? So, which I don't even care about because the guy he picked, I wasn't gonna pick anyway. But then I started seeing what the computer was picking for people, and I was like, I'm not letting the computer pick my picks. So like all the way till I got up to like I picked all my wide receivers. So I picked all these guys, right? And then I get to where I was gonna get some more running backs and wide receivers. But then the computer picked 2 because I had 9, and then 10 and 11 went, and I went to 12, right? So 10 and 11 pick. Right, the 10 and 11 pick. Just follow me here because we're like in the 12th round at this point, right? But the guy behind me, he picks 2, and then I pick again. So it's me. The guy behind me picks twice, and then it's me again, right? So I switch over because I'm doing something, and it gets to my pick before I can realize it, and it picks a kicker for me. Right? So I'm like, what's going on? So then I realize anybody you have in your queue, all right, it's just going to pick if you're not ready to go. Right? So I realize it. Now the guy had already picked his 2 before I realized and it was back to me. But before I can even adjust my thing, it picked another kicker for me. Right? It didn't even give me the full 2 minutes. So I had 2 kickers back. Like my 12th and 13th pick were both kickers. I'm like, what is going on? So immediately what I did, I immediately text everybody that we're time out. We're gonna have to do this all over again. All right, because this is what's going on. I'm getting bamboozled here. Okay, so of course everyone starts laughing at me. Of course, everybody wants to start putting in trades for my kickers before the draft isn't even over. So this is what I got to put up with. Thanks, ESPN. First of all, I'm going to sue you, ESPN. I'm suing you for punitive damages for having such a weak-ass fantasy football program app. All right? I should be able, before I go into the draft, because really, what's the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Allen? With the top 5 best quarterbacks in the league, according to fantasy, what's the difference? All right? What's the difference between the 5 best quarterbacks, the 5 best running backs? It doesn't matter. They're just all names, right? At that point. And then when you get to the later rounds, who gives a crap? When you get to like the 15th, 16th, and 17th round, who cares? They're all just names, right? The really where you're going to win in fantasy football is the bulk of it. Whoever you pick between like the 6th round and like the 12th round. And of course, I end up getting fucking kickers. Anyway, I should be able to go into the draft before it starts and just pick out what round and what position I want. So like the 11th round, I want a tight end. Okay, where is my tight end, by the way? Who's my tight end? I forgot to put my tight end. My tight end is somebody. Maybe I screwed that all up when I wrote it down. I do have a tight end somewhere. If I'm going to tell you what my tight end is, it'll be at the end of this video because I got to stop my phone. I got to look up who my tight end is, and then I got to put him on the board, and then I got to redo another video, say I'm back, and then connect it. It's like a 30-minute process. So I'll be back with my tight end. By the way, the tight end is my favorite position in football, by the way, just so you understand. And the worst position I hate is the center. All right, I hate the center and the quarterback's hands. That's what I hate. I hate those are the positions. That's the 2 positions I hate the most in football is the center's thighs and the quarterback's hands. But I do love the tight ends. Just so you know. All right, think about it. I got to do all the thinking for you. So they're gonna write me up for that. Say I'm making No, I'm not. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to portray before my time ends here, Virgos. Virgos is the worst sign in the zodiac. Did anybody even know that it was zodiac season, right? Virgo season right now? No, nobody knew because the Virgos don't stand up and make themselves know because they're embarrassed that they got to live their whole lives as virgins. That's a fact. By the way, I am an Aries, the #1 sign in the zodiac. We lead the way. We lead the charge. Okay? We lead the charge. That's a fact. Do I have my microphone? Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on and tell you what my disaster of my team was. Oh, the other thing about it, which reminds me, I didn't get any Eagle players. I had them all lined up. I had the Eagles defense. I had Goddard's. I had all these Eagles ready to go, right, in the queue. But what happened was, because I was the 9th pick, okay, and I play with a bunch of homers, they all picked all the Eagle players before I can get to them. So now I gotta trade all these guys in and turn them all into Eagle players. But my first game, who I'm matched up with, I'm projected to win by 2 points. It's supposed to be like 120 to 100. That's the other thing I hate about fantasy football. Right? You got scores like 156 to 135, 198.2374 beats 132.5556. All you fantasy football players understand that's what I hate about. Can we get the low scoring back? Like, can we just get nothing? You're not allowed, your scores should not be allowed over 50 points. Okay? You're sitting at the computer. You're sitting at the computer watching your team, and you need that .02. You need one guy, right? You need your flex player to get one more yard, so you can get .1 point just to win the game. It's so ridiculous. People are out there sweating and killing themselves. All nervous and bent out of shape because they need that .5, all right, to win the game. And then I got to go into work on Tuesday and hear all the whining, pissing, and moaning and crying about how they lost by 1 point and why their running back fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, which gave them -2 points, and then all this other stupid nonsense how their quarterback threw it. If my quarterback wouldn't have thrown it, the only really good thing, right? The one thing that I do appreciate about fantasy football is like if this guy Gallup, right? He's playing like Washington, then I can root for him, right? He's playing Washington, right? And he fumbles the ball, which makes me lose that game, right? Then I can hate on him some more. That's what's good about it. It thrives in hating your rivals. That's what's good about that's what's good about fantasy football. Anyway, I'm out of here. Alpha 3 is out. Send it. 3 is back. My tight end is Andrews from Baltimore. All right, thanks. That's not my number one. That's not who I wanted initially. He was the best of what was left. 3 is out. Send it.